Okay, hello everyone. You are welcome to Mattomo Homes and Properties. I'm the lead engineer of the firm. We're into building constructions, we're into asset and management, land. We'll be bringing to you this very important video series, lecture series on how to calculate for block. And one of my favorite quotes, which I normally tell my client, is that the Bible says that only a fool will begin the constructions of a building without first and foremost taking into cognizance the cost, the estimation, the plan, and every necessary thing to know if it will be able to accomplish what he or she has started. That is why, because of the various inquiries, questions from people, I decided to put this video series on how to calculate for a block. Most people just go to site, most people just move into site without having a pre-knowledge or a pre-informations or background. You may not necessarily have all the informations, but you need to have a pre-information or background. Okay, this is what it will cost me, or this is what it will take me to build my house. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to have a background information or whatever. You don't need to be a civil engineer, but there are places where we as a civil engineer will come in to assist you, and that is why today we are going to start the first class. This is our first lecture from my office. Actually, I decided to take for my busy schedule, because during the day I hardly have time. I'm always on site. So for my busy schedule, when I get home, I try as much as possible to bring you this important lecture. Now, it says how to calculate for block. Part 1. Now, first and foremost, we have to know the type of blocks we have in Nigeria. We have 4 inches block. 4 inches block is 200 mm by 100 mm. While 6 inches block, we have 450 mm by 150 mm. While 9 inches block, we have 450 mm by 225. Now, these are the types of block we use in West Africa, like Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Benin Republic, Togo, and the other time in Burkina Faso, I saw something related close to this same dimension. But in East Africa, like Malawi, then in Southern Africa, like South Africa and others, this one they normally use 450 by 200 mm. That is what they use. But here in Nigeria, let's come down to our basics. So in case wherever you are listening, you just want to know the number of blocks that will be required, just let me know the dimension of the block. Now, the first thing we'll do when doing the calculation is to know that we'll first calculate for the block. We are using 9 inches block as an example. We are using 9 inches block, which is 450 mm by 225, which would be, now we know that 1000 millimeter, mathematics, 1000 millimeter makes 1 meter. Now when I say 450 mm divided by 1000 to give us 0.45 meter, then we say 225 mm divided by 1000 give us 0.225. Now, to know the area of block, we now say 0.45 times 0.225. Now we have converted it here. We now give us 0.10125. Now, from there, we also, because there are two things when doing this calculation, there are two things you calculate for. You first calculate for the area of block, then you calculate for the area of wall. It is these two what you arrive at, you use to get what we refer to as a magic formula. Immediately you get this magic formula, every other calculation will be easy for you when you are doing calculation for block. Now, we have gotten our area of block, which is 0.10125. Now, our area of wall. Now, a very good example. This is what we use. We use 1 meter by 1 meter, which is 1 meter length by 1 meter height. Area of wall. Area of wall is 1 meter times 1 meter. Will give us 1 meter square. 1 meter square. They will now come here and say area of wall. If you can see it, area of wall divided by area of block. Area of wall. Now, our area of wall already we have gotten, which is 1 meter square. Then our area of block, which we have gotten, look at it here, is 0.10125. Now, when you divide these two, 1 divided by 0.10125 to give us 9.87. You understand? So for 1 meter square, it will, the number of blocks that you need is 9.87. Now, approximately, you just do it, approximately 10 blocks. Approximately 10 blocks. That is what you will need. 10 blocks. That is what. So, for 1 meter square, you will need 10 blocks. For 1 meter square, you need 10 blocks. So, if you know that 1 meter square will give you 10 blocks, this is our magic formula. This is our magic formula. Never forget, for every 1 meter square, you will tend to put a block. You will need 10. You will tend to put block. You will need 10 blocks. So from there, let me give you an example. Now let's assume example 1. Let's assume we have an area. We tend to set block. We want to do block setting. And the length is 10 meter. Let's assume the length is 10 meter. Now 10 meter, while the height is 3 meter. The length is 3 meter, the height is 3 meter. So what we will do is that we times the length times the height. Calculation. Area of wall. That's a length times height. Length times height will give us 10 meter times 3 meter will give us 30 meter square. 30 meter square. So if our area of wall is 30 meter square, we simply come and say area of wall times area of block. Area of wall times area of block. Already we have gotten our magic formula. So we'll just say 30 times 10. 30 times 10. I've told you this 10 is our magic formula. We have been able to arrive at this formula. This is the formula we use to say 30, which is 3 times 10, will give us 30, which is length times height will give us 30. The area of wall times area of block, which is 30 times 10 will give us 300 blocks. 300 blocks. So for this area you are seeing now, we are going to be needing 300 blocks to lay in this area. Now, example 2, let me give you another example so that you get used to it. Example 2, let's assume you have an area. The length is 5 meter. It's 5 meter, while the height is 2 meter. What you simply do is just say area of wall is equals to length times height, which is 5 meter times 2 meter, give us 10 meter square. From there, you just simply say area of wall times area of block, which is 10, which is area of block times area of wall. 10 times 10 will give us 100 blocks. 100 blocks. Now, there is something we have to know. There's what we call percentage. 5% for factor of safety. 5%. You have to have 5% for factor of safety. For wastage, in case there is any breakage, to avoid any, sometimes there are blocks that do break on the site. So to just include it. So add 5%. If you add 5% to this, of course it's going to give you 105 blocks. 105 blocks. We have 5% to it. While if you have 5% to this, it will give you 315 blocks. But On average, 200 blocks is what you need here. Now, if you have enjoyed this series or if you have enjoyed this class, I will enjoy you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are intending to build or you need a civil engineer, we are very much available. I am a civil engineer by profession. This is what I do. I've been into it for the past 10 going to 15 years. We also carry out help our client to buy land. Is it in Abuja? Is it in Lagos? Is it in Port Harcourt? Is it in Benin? Is it even in the north, in Kano, where we have been able to carry out various building constructions and help our clients to get land. In any part of the country, we ensure that we give you the best. We have a team of engineers that carry out construction. We also have a team of builders. We have bricklayers, masons, carpenters. We also have tilers. We have those welders for the windows, slicing windows, painters. We are a complete team. If you need our services, our numbers will be displayed on the screen. Dial us, just dial the number, call us. We will be very much pleased to render our services. But one of the things I say whenever I'm handling a site for a client is we try as much as possible to minimize waste. We know the type of economy we are now. So building a house is not that easy. But with the available knowledge that I have, I'll be able to guide you and put you through. If you need architectural design, we also put that in place. So this is the first part in this work. This is the first part. Now in the next class, we'll be bringing you how to calculate for a 1-bedroom flat, how to do calculation for 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom flat, ties, various calculations involving a whole building. If you have enjoyed this class, please subscribe and share. Recommend us to your friends, to your family. If you are in Europe, you are in Canada, you are in America, wherever part of the world you are, as long as you want to build in Nigeria, reach out to us. We can help you to deliver that wonderful house. Our services here, what we do here is that just choose what you want. We will deliver it to you. Choose and we deliver it. My name still remains Engineer Matthew Efe. I'm the lead engineer of Mattomo Homes and Property. Thank you very much for watching.